Alright, today we're ranking the top 10 letters to use as a chair, because apparently actual furniture is too boring and I've decided to challenge gravity by sitting on the alphabet. Let us see which letters can handle this absolute masterpiece of a body and which ones will fold like wet cardboard. Let's begin. At number 10, the letter V. Behold, the first letter in history shaped exactly like a chair and, at the same time, shaped exactly like a medical accident waiting to happen. It looks comfortable for approximately 0 seconds. You sit on it wrong and boom, insta chiropractor appointment. It's like sitting on a wedge designed by someone who hates you personally, but at least it's stable. Kind of, if you shift even slightly, you're going to slide straight down like a buttered potato. It earns the last spot because yes, it's cherished, but it's also panish. Coming in at number 9, the letter U. The U is basically a bowl pretending to be furniture. It looks soft, friendly, inviting until you actually sit in it. Then you discover it has the stability of a shopping cart with a bent wheel. You lean 1 inch too far, and you're rolling backward into the void. But hey, it's technically a seat. It hugs you, smothers you, steals your dignity. It's perfect for toddlers and people who enjoy falling unexpectedly. Next up, at number 8, we have the letter L. The L is the most basic chair possible. It's giving budget furniture. It's giving your first apartment. It's giving IKEA, but the part where you lose one screw and the whole thing becomes philosophical. Practical. Yes. Comfortable. No, but at least it's right angles. Baby, no chaos, no wobbling, just stability and sadness. This is the letter you sit on when you've given up on life but still need somewhere to put your butt. Sliding into number 7 is the letter N. The N is basically 2 chairs fighting each other. It's slanted, unstable, and every time you sit on it, gravity files a complaint. But if you position yourself right on that middle diagonal, it's kind of perfect, like a lounge chair, but for people who enjoy danger. This is a chair for the athletic, the committed, the delusional, but it works. At number 6, we find the letter B. The letter B has 2 built-in cushions, and honestly, that's enough to push it halfway up the list. You've got an upper seat, a lower seat, and if you're feeling bold, you can sit right between the bubbles like you're choosing your fighter. The downside, this thing is round, very round. If it rolls even an inch, you're gone. But if it stays still long enough, it's basically a luxury model for alphabet furniture. 2 cushions, no back support, maximum chaos. Breaking into the top 5, we have the letter H. Now this is engineering. The H is basically a chair skeleton, symmetrical, strong, built like a structural support beam. If the alphabet had a gym, the H would be bench pressing the vowels. You can sit on the middle bar like it's a tiny wooden stool, or sit across the top like you're on a fancy balcony. Either way, this thing isn't moving. It's the closest thing to an actual chair without hiring a carpenter, a strong pick. At number 4, the letter AR. Yes, the triangle throne. The 10-shaped king of uncomfortable stability. On one hand, this thing is sturdy. Triangles are literally the strongest shape in architecture. On the other hand, it's like sitting on a mountain peak during a snowstorm. But if you wedge yourself right between the legs of the A, you can lean back, relax, and pretend you're in a fancy designer chair from the future. Stylish but slightly dangerous. Very on brand for this list. Our number 3 spot goes to the letter Y. The Y is a luxury chair for people who think they're fancy but also enjoy pain. Look at it. It's a high-end art museum sculpture that you're not supposed to touch, except I am touching it. And I'm sitting in the middle prong like a king. The Y gives you a backrest, armrests, leg support, emotional trauma, all of the above. It's oddly comfortable and incredibly weird. Perfect for a throne overthinking people would choose. The runner-up, at number 2, is the letter M. Look at this absolute monster. The M gives you 4 individual seating options. It's basically a sofa disguised as a consonant. Top left peak, casual sitting. Top right peak, chaotic sitting. Middle dips, premium seats for the cool kids. Imagine going to school and everyone's fighting over which peak is theirs. It's the alphabet version of musical chairs, except the furniture has multiple personalities. The M is versatile, sturdy and stylish, everything a chair should be. And finally, the king of alphabet seating, at number 1, is the letter W. For legs, for angles, for places to sit, for ways to survive. This letter is basically a lounge chair designed by a genius toddler with a crayon. It's stable on every surface. It doesn't wobble. It doesn't slide. You can sit on the left peak, the right peak, the middle dip, or just lay across the whole thing like a dramatic movie star. This is not just a letter, this is a lifestyle. The W takes the crown as the most charitable letter ever invented. Long live the alphabet throne. And there you have it. 10 letters I would absolutely sit on, some proudly, some fearfully, and some because I have no better life choices. If you want a top 10 letters to drive, top 10 letters to eat off of, or top 10 letters I would fight in a Walmart parking lot, just say the word, and remember, subscribe before the letters protest being used as furniture.